Okay, so I'm going to do a quick video on how to make this horse. First we'll start off with the frame. This is 18 gauge square wire. Longest part is going to be the first wire, top wire, about 16 inches, and then your middle wire, which runs right here and also builds this frame right here, about 10 inches, and then the wire that's going to hold your cab in, probably about 8 inches, although I do end up cutting a lot off, so I don't really measure when I'm working. I just kind of free flow, but that's that. Then I'll show you how to block in the hair. I'm not going to show you how to do the braids. I'm pretty sure you could probably figure that out. But how to block in that hair. Not a lot of definition, just filling it up. And then I'll show you how to put in the individual little hairs, just to give it a little bit more definition and finish it off. This isn't going to be a full tutorial because I don't really do tutorials. It's just going to be kind of a quick little idea of how I make this. All right, so we're going to start with longest wire on top. We're going to make the horse point this way. So obviously shorter on this side because it's only doing this, and then longer over here because that's the part that's going here. Roughly ratio would be like 5.5 inches to 10 or 11, but I don't really measure, to be honest. So basically just I eyeball it, 1/3, 2/3, and then I bring in the middle wire right there, and that's just 1/2 and 1/2. And then the shortest wire here, let's squish them together, and then we're gonna wrap them with 18 gauge half round. Oh, I forgot to mention. Coffin shaped cabochon. This is 1.2 inches. You can go bigger, smaller. Smaller might be a little harder. I don't know. I don't really do small, so you'll figure that out. And then we're just gonna wrap. I do apologize for the shakiness, but I don't have a really professional setup here. And this is super awkward to do with my phone in front of my face. You're going to want that wrap to be the same size as the bottom of your cabochon. This just keeps your face, your horse's face, from shifting. So I think I'm just going to do another one just to be sure. And squish, squish, squish. Chop those off. Oops, I bumped. Sorry. All right, let's just make sure. I didn't think I shifted anything here. Yep. Same. Okay, I'm just gonna pull that top wire a little bit. Okay. And then we're gonna take whatever these are, and right at the edge, where that wrap is, we're just gonna bend it up. Like that. And then go to the other side and bend it up. open that up a little bit. Stick our cap in. Yeah, that fits in there pretty decent. So then I take these things and put it right about here, actually, and then we're just making the nose. I'm just gonna twirl that around. These are not the ones I normally use. I don't know why I grabbed them. Because they're not as sturdy. Whatever. There we go. Here. And you'll notice it's a thicker cap, so that nose is not fitting in there. So we're just gonna adjust that up a little tiny bit. And there. That works. Okay, so far. See? And then I just take this right here. I really apologize if I am like blurry or whatever. There we go. And then I just, again, still top wire. We're just making the nose here, or the chin. Yeah, chin. And then I just bend it like that. And then I take my finger and just bend it like that. And then my thumb, making his jaw. Now, fit that over the cabochon, and boom. Now for here, the tip, like that tip part of the cabochon, that's where you're gonna want to do another bend. And if you want, you can always like take a Sharpie and like tick it if you want to. I'm just gonna hold it. And then this is why I don't do professional tutorials, because I don't know how to stay in frame. So far there. Now again, I just like to take that top wire and just sort of gauge it. Right there is kind of where, again, that tip of that stone is. And that's usually just slightly down from that is where I put the ear. I'm just gonna bend that up. Go, okay, that looks fine. And then go right here. Bend it down. Sometimes it doesn't get a good point like I want, so I just monkey with it. And then right there. Okay. Boom. Here. See? Yeah, we got this far. Yay! Okay. And then you're going to want to go to the middle wires, which are right here, and holding that cap really flush to this nose because you don't want that to shift. You're just going to take and bend, keep that in the middle, bend it over. And the same with the other one. And just trying to get it tight against the cabochon, and boom, bent over. And then holding that top part and the nose, so it's really nice and squished in there. You're just gonna pull those two wires back up like that. So cap should be nice and flush, especially the middle wire against the cab, and then you're just going to flip it over and take your back one, and you're just folding those over to capture the back and going in between all of the wires like that, and then fold them over, flip it over, and you've got those two right there. Now for this part, I'm just going to bend it over. Just helps secure that cab in, and it's going to be covered up by hair, so nobody really cares. And then fold it over again, and I'm just going to secure it to that middle wire. Just going to chop off the excess. And oops. Can you see that? All right. Okay. And then this other one, we're going to catch the two wires. So you're just going to go right into like the little part right there. And take that off. And yes, I'm left-handed, so it's going to look a little weird to a lot of people. But again, you'll figure it out. And squish. Now, to make sure that those side wires are really nice and tight, I like to give them a little tug. Bend that over. See how I've got it bent over right here? Just make sure that wire's not going to slip. Give them a little tug, and then I'm just going to bend it over. There we go. And then give that a little tug too. And bend it over. Okay, so now that is not going anywhere. Oops, sorry. Oopsies. And then we're just gonna start shaping the horse's neck. Now, when we get to about here, I want to put in the little loop. And to be honest, I know that there are tools out there that you can use, but I don't. I just shape it myself. There we go. Oh, sorry. There we go. And do kind of a little hang test to make sure that the head's not going to be like wonky or whatever. And then I take that wire right there. And I secure that with 18 gauge wire. Just makes the neck a little bit sturdier. Oh, that's an annoying sound. Sorry. Although I'm pretty sure my face is like inches from my phone. I'm sure you can hear me breathing. Oh well. Put me on mute. I do have a really high-pitched voice too, so. All right. Okay. All right. Okay, now for the rest of it, you're just going to shape it and secure it however you can. So the horse, here's his neck, and then just going to, see, pretty much the same. And then you just secure that down, like however you want to secure that, like that. Put that there. That's the first part. Ooh, and only 18 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna pause for a moment and then come back. Okay, so you've got your frame done, and then you need, okay, I don't know how long this is, but it is 3 strands of 22 gauge round wire. And I just fold it in half. And we're going to start blocking in the hair. I always start at the top and work my way down, like, well, to about here. I just slip it in wherever I can put it. Just, oh, sorry. So, and I just, my son's playing video games in the background. So here, roughly about here, it uses a lot of wire, so yeah, I don't know how much, I've never measured. Anyways, fold over, and then just pick pick up that back wire so you have some room. And then you're going to just slide it through there. Just basically bending that wire to your will. Once you get it nice and tight in there, you just kind of try and spread those out again. Oh, I gotta move stuff. And kind of try and flatten those out. And fold over. Try and fill that in, and then you're just gonna shove it through. And just keep going. My table's not very sturdy, stable, I should say. So yeah, I apologize for that too. Anyways, it's all good. Yeah, my kid's having way too much fun out there. I don't know if you can hear him or not, but and then again, just pulling that through. Sometimes this wire shifts a bit, and that's okay. Just push it back down. Now, I should probably say my backsides are never neat. They're just not. And people who can make them neat, wow, hats off to you. Just like hats off to anybody who can do video tutorials on a regular basis. That's not me, and I quit worrying about that a long time ago. But if you want to take more time and make this really tidy, you should certainly do so. And again, I'm just going to try and flatten those out again. And then fold over. And I think you guys are getting the gist of this. It's a matter of just like, okay, so I don't like the look of that right there. So I'm just going to go in here and shove that down. And then I'm just covering it up again. And yeah, I think this will be the last one. Flip that over. Oops. And then smooth that out again. And of course, this is where you can certainly do some tweaking. I always just use my nails. I'll flip that through there again. I just want to make sure that we're covering up this little bit. So I'm just gonna go like that. You'll notice I use my thumb a lot to sort of hold the wire in place. And then down. Okay, folding that in half, and you're basically just doing a figure eight. I really hope all of this is in frame, and because I'm only doing this once. And then there is no wrong place to put it. There, just covering that up. Fold that, shove it through there, and I'm going to wrap it off. Just tuck, tuck. Now, as you can see, there's definitely some like holes in these. That's okay, because you're going to go back in and put in your individual little strands. And you certainly can tweak this. Another way that I like to do that is just take a needle and just like separate those hairs. Although, to be honest, I usually wait until I'm done. So I'll just set that aside. Okay, and then you just keep going. You just keep following that line, going down. We'll do one more. Just get some more wire. I'm not going to bother telling you where I get my wire from because I'm pretty sure we all get it from the same spot. I live in Canada, so it takes forever. Like literally a month of shipping. Unless I want to pay like $50 American to have it shipped faster, which is like more like $70 Canadian. So I do not do that. I wait. Sometimes I can find stuff on Amazon, but not very often. All right, so I'm just gonna take 3 strands again, fold them in half, and then we start again. Just go in here. And squish that down, and then we're just trying to spread that out as much as possible. And then you just keep going over, and you can, like, hair is messy, so you can go over stuff you've already done. Just whatever is gonna look the most pleasing to you. And then I'm just gonna shove that through there. and flattening it out. And if it bumps up like that, don't worry about it. Like, you can push that down later. I mean, if it's a little bit. Okay. There. I'm not making it super tight on the neck, just because you'll be able to like pull different strands. Sorry, I don't think this is going to be viewable. Whatever. Don't pull different strands, like you can pull the different strands and make little individual hairs, kind of like that. So, all right, bring this around. Still got some more we can block in. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be able to make that go all. Let's try. Let's see. Yep. No, I wouldn't be able to make it all the way down here and then back again. And I always like to finish up on the neck. So I'm just going to twist that off. Probably why it would be good to measure stuff out, but another trick on, so I like to go along and just like squish that, and also kind of squish that down. To make it more flush with the neck. Anyways. Okay. Now, to finish this, I mean, I could do more, but you don't want to sit here and watch me do the whole darn thing. So I will show you how to do some of the individual hairs, and then we'll go from there. Now, what did I do with my little... Okay, I lost it. Okay, whatever. Now, to do the little individual hairs, it really helps if you have a needle, which I swear I just had. And I don't know what I did with it. Okay, pausing. Okay. So, as you can see, there are some holes still. And I don't bother filling those in completely because we can use those. And we can cover them up several different ways. Also, like that one's a pretty big one, so I can also just take this needle and just sort of wiggle the hair. Like I'm just combing it out so they're not so stuck together. And then I just take one strand of 22 gauge wire, and I'm sure you can figure out how to do the rest of it. So I'm just going to show you how I do the hair up here. So I just take this, stick that right through there. And then I just shape it into a strand that I want. Oh, this one I can bring forward just to secure that puppy. I'll just shape that one too. And then the key is to take your end and fold it in on itself. I don't know if you can see that, so I folded it in on itself. And then shape it, flip it, and find a place to stab it. Like that. And I'm holding this nice and tight while I pull that through. And then this one, I'll just, shape it again, fold it over, keep shaping, and of course you can go back in and tweak those later. Fold it over and find a place to stab it through. There we go. I like to do things in threes, so there we go. And again, you don't have to, you can go back in and shape this stuff. Find a place to fold it over and then stab it through again. All right. Now, you just continue to do that. Okay. Oh, my child is so low. So noisy. Hopefully you can't hear him too much. All right. You really honestly just keep completing that all the way down. And you can tweak this. Like just, come on. Get it to be more curly. whatever you'd like. And then this part, I'm not going to show you because it's already, like, this is difficult to see. This video is not the greatest, but I'll show you on my other one that I have done. Now, you see how there's that individual little loop right there? You are going to slip some 28 gauge wire through here, slide it through that loop like you're threading a needle, and then you're going to tuck it back in there. And you're going to do that with each individual strand of hair that you just decide to make. And that's going to tack that down. So like I'll show you on this one. If you look over here, I mean, you can't really, can you see that? 18 gauge wire, or 28 gauge wire. That one, again, tack down. This one right here, tack down. And you can see the spider web of 28 gauge wire that's just flipping and flopping all over the back of this thing. And that is just tacking down all of those individual strands. If I put it on the side, I don't know if you can see them. Apparently I'm really good at hiding them. But to get your wire, your 18 gauge, or 28 gauge, sorry, wire to slip through, stab them with a needle, make a hole, pull it through, catch that little wisp of hair, and then stick it back in. I mean, I don't actually sew with the needle, I just use this to create like a hole in order to stick it through. That's kind of the gist of it. And I don't want to make this video too long. So that's it. Bye.